One love, Delta9 travelers. Welcome in to the International Digital Connection. Who's live with me right now? If you can hear me and you can hear me clearly, welcome back to the channel. And drop a 9 in the comment section for me. If I coming through and I coming through clearly on your side of the globe. I'm coming to you live right now from the sunny Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, Rouge-Grenade. Thanks for tuning in, King. Big up yourself. Thanks for dropping the 9 in the comment section for me. I'm coming through and I'm coming through clearly. Big up yourself, Bonita. Thanks for being a part of this live presentation. Love and manners. Every single time, love and love alone. Thanks for being a part of this live. Listen, we got so many things to get into in this presentation. Now, imagine, allegedly, you got all kind of affiliations, all kind of big boy friends, and then one of your relatives end up getting caught up and they slap them with 72 counts. Would you choose to speak up for your brother, or would you be on the side with your big boy friends? You gotta get into them headlines, because that right there is crazy, because now, as well, the highlighter out of Linden was highlighting certain things about what he's facing right now, because recently he would have exposed the fact that allegedly a lot of persons would have been victimized because they didn't come out to Watuka House with the last situation that ended up with a protest out in Linden. So now the highlighter himself is without no lights, most or probably even more than 24 hours right now. So we're gonna highlight what's going on with the victimization and let international persons see that if you say anything, or you even highlight what's going on, the plight to other persons, this is some of the victimization that you're going to face in on the ground. Plus, we're going to hear from the leader of the opposition and a number of other headlines, so many things for us to get into. Big up to all the travelers. Thanks to all of those persons who are in the live right now or part. Big up yourself. Now, let's start to get into some of these.
Mr. President. Why is here?
Big up yourself, Josh. Big tune.
What going for poor people? Tell me the money. Dear Mr. President. Dear Mr. President, I want to know how much more life I figure no? How much more people I fit dead, bro? And how much more family I got ball, oh. It's like you don't see the poor, it's like you don't need before to win. Value anymore, it's like you don't get help, see just keep you out the door when you don't need me back, it's when you need some more vote, and that's the cycle, keep on repeating. A poor people and take you more speaking. If a lobster set out for your feasting, a lot of family they your money and then drink. I don't blame you for everything, and everything are your fault. I just the people in your party are some upstart. Them chose to
telling you a big tune.
But you get that new song there, daddy. Blast that one day. Madino party. Are you alone of that style there, daddy?
Yo, Prezi. Mr. President. Why is here? What going for poor people? Tell me the money. Dear Mr. President. Dear Mr. President, how much more people are fit dead, bro? And how much more family I got ball, oh. It's like you don't see the poor, it's like you don't need before to win. Value anymore, it's like you don't get help, see just keep you out the door when you don't need me back, it's when you need some more vote, and that's the cycle, keep on repeating. The poor people and take you most beating. If a lobster set out for your feasting, a lot of family they your money and victory. I blame you for everything, and everything are your fault. I just the people in your party are some upstart. Them chose the wrong part, money make them fast start. Yeah, I'm saying, dear Mr. President. Dear Mr. President, just a concerned resident. Dear Mr. President, dear Mr. President, I'm just a concerned citizen. Dear Mr. President,
Dear Mr. President.
I'm saying freedom of speech, I get charged to speak.
Telling you.
Pressing all the people, they accountable. Too much life the loss, all because of the people get a chance, one go do some good. The people fed up, dog, it now look good. Now look at the time. Man is fed up. Mr. President, go on with the right thing now. I'm off to talk to the Vice President.
I tell you, my God, really talk to the Vice President. Pick up yourself, Josh. There's a big tune. As we jump in to the headlines, it's a True Thursdays, and the best person to hear from is the elders. See where we're going on right now.
Piece of land. I sit on a piece of land for 28 years. My children and I spent over $30 million to cultivate that land. I have very focusing on that land. MMA is the arm of MMA is the arm of a government, of the government, present government. They are so corrupt like the government. They are so corrupt like the president and all the ministers. The president can get vast amount of land, right? Nearly 200 acres of land. MMA, the agriculture minister and his associate can get hundreds of acres of land, thousands of acres of land, and it can't give me on 25 acres of cultivate, and there is since 1998 from it. 1998, I sit on that piece and they remove me. They remove me from a portion from 20 acres and they relocate me to another portion of land. I was infiltrated with pure bushes and low land, and I cultivate it and I put it in cultivated use at this stage now. And I sit there now. The president tells me he can't do nothing about it. You can just imagine how corrupt the system is.
I tell you.
Gosh. Oh my!
And he has over 200 plus
200 acres he has.
And that's estimated. Come on.
Estimated. Come on, man, Mr. President. What you do forget? Look at your age and look at me. And
Where do you live? Where do you live?
Chiltong, West Bangor Beach.
West Bangor Beach. Chiltong.
Formerly of Rampur, and I cultivated that land and it relocate me to that piece of land. I have document. In 1998, I applied for that land. In 2021, they reject my application. I told Mr. O'Connor rejecting my application without no signing reasons. You can just imagine the corruption. And
telling you, when the elders gotta come out and cry upon you, it's a different kind of situation, you know? Different kind of situation, you know? Look how much years the elder highlight say, I was on this land. Since then the movement, they put in another place with one set of bush. Now they give him a bigger fight. Telling you about, yeah. People could ordinary. Can't ordinary at all. As we highlight updates coming in. With the MV Barima, we analyze what's going on. We analyze, because this is not something that we got to big up to all the travelers. Right now, in the chat, Shari, thanks for being a part of the live presentation. Blessed good evening to the Delta9 fam. Thanks for tuning in. Plus, for being a channel member, supporting independent media. Remember, Delta9 Media is by the people, for the people. So, if and when you can, consider supporting us. Become a channel member. Make sure that you do the free way of supporting me every day. When you're on the live, thumbs up the live. You know, share it if you can too. Big up yourself. I see persons tuning in. Big up yourself, Dan. Tuned in all the way from BK. One of my favorite places in the States to be, I'm telling you. Love Brooklyn. Desiree, thanks for being a part of this international digital connection. Canada in the building. Thanks for tuning in. You see, we've done global already. Yes, the lady at the school who used to sell stuff. That's just wicked. No light. Yeah. Watching from St. Vincent. You see, big up everybody in St. Vincent. All the persons tuned in from Canada. All the persons tuned in from the US, Brooklyn, Queens. Everybody in the building right now. Everybody that's a part of this international digital connection. Special thank you. And big up yourself every single time. A lot of frequent travelers, moderators in the chat already. Chat already going crazy. Edmond, thanks for tuning in, King. Good night to the Delta9 and others on the flight. Thumbs up the live, please, as you get on board. Big up yourself every time. Thanks for highlighting that, Uncle Eiffel. Big up yourself. Now, we analyze this 50 feet and the fact that they still didn't raise this boat, you know. The fact that they still didn't raise this boat, they're telling me, oh, it's going to cost this, oh, it's going to cost that. The opposition leader gave an offer to raise the boat. The other part of the opposition as well, members of VPAC and other parts of the opposition, APNU, analyze what's going on with the salvage. Already would have had teams and stuff like that that was ready, but we still waiting. And the boat is still submerged. We analyze this 50 feet.
Doesn't at work. And I keep reflecting on this on the MV Barima, because unlike others, I don't go quiet over things that affect me. I think with it all the time until I get a chance to do what I got to do with these people. But 50 feet, this 50 feet, see that? I have a tape, all right? I'm going to show you where 50 feet ends. Look at this. See that? See, look at where I am. All right. So if I walk out here, look, see where I am? That fence right there is 50 feet from where I am. Now, it said it's in about 50 feet of water. Now, you mean to tell me, if to all God, even if it's 100 feet, that you have to spend $10 million US on inland to move a ship from there to here, to get a ship from that level, from that depth, up to surface? My only got shame. It doesn't bother you that you're so wicked, despicable, and disgusting. Look at that's what 50 feet water looks like. Share this. Let the world see that if Guyanese don't catch themselves, you'll finish people. I'm telling you that. If you go quiet, I tell you that right now. If you see you go quiet about this MV Barima situation, you are done with, because 100 and more of you are dead. Your people are dead. And you have nothing to say? You just have a few weeks of things to say? No, man. Anyway, I just came to show you, because I'm at work, what 50 feet looks like. Right? And it's on my tape. It's on the tape. It's right on the tape. 50 feet. This 50. Okay, 50. 50 is the mark here. And look at the tape. Follow it right there.
Yeah.
I need to want to show you all something, because I'm at work.
Telling you.
And I keep reflecting on this on the MV Barima, because unlike others, I don't go.
Delta9 travelers, y'all get a chance to see for yourself the 50 feet of water that the MV Barima is submerged in. It's not that deep. It's deep if you're swimming, right? Because unless you're a real good swimmer, it might be difficult for you to hold your breath and shoot that far from the bottom and reach up. You understand? With one breath. But for a salvage of something as big as the MV Barima, how come they can't find a way and find the funds to take care of what's going on right here? We watch again, you know, so we understand exactly just how shallow, not
quiet over things that affect me. I think
just how shallow this
until
place
I get a chance to do what I got to do.
the depth that they're claiming.
50 feet.
50
This
feet
50
is not that
feet.
much.
I have a tape. All right? I'm going to show you where 50 feet ends. Look at this. See that? Look at where I am. All right. So, if I walk out here, look, see where I am? That fence right there is 50 feet from where I am. Now, it said it's in about 50 feet of water. Now, you mean to tell me, to all God, Even if it's 100 feet, that you have to spend 10 million US dollars on inland to move a ship from there to here, to get a ship from that level, from that depth, up to surface. My y'all ain't got shame. It doesn't bother you that you're so wicked, despicable, and disgusting.
I'm telling you, people are calling them out locally and internationally. Males, females is calling them out as well.
Clearly one of them. Because tell me why I thought we would have, that man once said that we have a lot of stupid people in this country, and I'm clearly one of them. Because tell me why I thought we would have gotten a burial ceremony, something like this. This is in Bosnia, right? They did this after they had a tragic number of deaths, and you would see other countries as well do similar ceremonies like this for the same situations, you know, show some sort of empathy, some sort of care. And you know, this is our biggest issue after Jim Jones. So what was so hard in arranging something respectful? You know, even if you gotta fake it, even if you gotta pretend, you know, you're just doing it for shows, why something like this couldn't be arranged? You know, we have land. We got farmland too. Why the bodies just a dash down here and there? Why you got a minister watching an excavator dig a hole to throw a body inside? We making headlines all over about oil-rich country, and we can't do something like this? You know, I had faith that something better would have been done, you know, and I'm very disappointed. And I hope this government or the next government look into this, because we don't have no proper burial sites anywhere in this country. Bodies just get dashed down. When they're ready to dig up the bodies, we put a new road or a building or something. We don't have nothing proper when it comes to respecting the dead. A wise bald-head man once said that we have a lot of stupid people in this country, and I'm clearly one of them. Because tell me why I thought we would have gotten a burial ceremony, something like this. This is in Bosnia.
And this you want me for support because I got an opinion that differs from yours. Make that make sense, boy? You vex because I call you a house slave. He is a house slave. So let me say it on a video. James Bond is a house slave. This we is. Nothing but a house slave. Because when he was against them, oh, look my back, look how they shoot me up on my back. Now all of a sudden they gain a little soup from the table. You're drinking the soup, now where are you? All of a sudden they got the most praise to say anything I do for money. I tell you, we all need money, but I'm not going to sell myself short. I sell my soul, yeah, I tell you, for the riches. The Bible says, what does it profit a man to gain the world and lose his soul? Cross, you are a house slave.
They have to be charged as a matter of law. As a matter of law. They have to be charged.
What happened to the police officer who came through?
Whoever commits an offense in the act, and listen carefully, the man, the charge is murder. I'll take off my glasses, Robbie. Let me get emotions, Robbie.
The minister negligent.
All right. Good. We all know Kevin. Kevin is no stranger to me or Melanie. Okay? I won't want this harm to anybody. Watch this, Kevin, what I know. All I'm saying is, if he was driving a bus, a bicycle, a motorcycle, and somebody died, he would have been arrested and charged.
Because
he's not found guilty, you know. I don't think you understand the law. Listen to me carefully, man. He would have not been found guilty. It's a charge because it's causing death by dangerous driving.
Because that is why
there's a recourse in law that your lawyer should use. They're Satan and them just hopping around and jumping around.
Don't get disrespectful.
We think he is nothing but a house slave. I see enough for y'all in Guyana that they're complacent and in the diaspora that ain't saying nothing with this mountain of evidence of corruption that Guyana in the country. The mountain of evidence of corruption, it's so in your face right now that everywhere you turn it right there. It's so in your face that it stinks. And y'all playing a turn in a blind eye because y'all are also a part of the corruption. Let me say it like what it is. Y'all are also a part of the corruption. It's people like y'all deny my Guyanese brothers and sisters of a good life because y'all catering for yourself and your family. No love for the people. Eh? Now, let me come to the wider aspect of it. Okay, fair enough. Mr. Mohammed has been sanctioned, right? He's been sanctioned by the United States. Fair enough. Yeah, I tell you, for war, as a content been alleged, he smuggled gold up there and he didn't pay taxes. Okay, I can deal with he any day. You know why? Because he come like Robin Hood to me. You know what he doing? Take it from the rich and he give to the poor. He take from the rich and he give to the poor. The government take it from the poor and enrich themselves. That's what they're doing. Take it from the poor and enrich themselves. So which one you think I rather work with, man? I tell you, I can't be bought or sold, you know. I can stand up on my principles and what I believe in. Yeah, I tell you, I'm not going to sit on a table having steak and lobster while my brothers and sisters are hungry. That don't make no sense. That is not the life I decided that I want to live. It's all about me. No, it's about every one of us. Everybody should be included. Everybody should be able to come to the table and eat the same thing. Why some eat and some can't eat? And y'all think this right. Because guess what, y'all are part of the cabal. Y'all are part of the thievery. This is where y'all is. Robbing the people of the wealth. Look, Mr. Mohammed, bring it to us. I didn't even know that until he bring it to us and I share back the post on my page. Yeah, I tell you, right now I didn't know exactly say that, you know what I mean? They don't reclaim back the money they don't reclaim back the money where they spend and all this other thing. They don't reclaim back the money. So now Guyana is supposed to make him be a profit. Up to now, a lot of people message me, Mr. James. Thanks for putting out the video. Up to now, we can't get with cash grant. Yeah, just pass another budget for another ridiculous set of money. Up to now, the people them can't get a cash grant. I got argue all the time for the less fortunate, bro. As I'm saying, I'm not perfect. I don't profess to be perfect and come on this internet and going out like I'm a saint when I know I'm not. But I got a heart. I care about my brothers and sisters. Yeah, I'm telling you, how do you ask you son, and your children, and everybody else, they set for life. But then the other person, them, ain't got nothing. Your son and children got 4, 5, 6 cars, 4, 5, 6 house, lands all over the place, and the other person ain't got nothing, and I supposed to sit down and stay quiet? The hell with that. I don't know when the upper room call me. When it call me, I got to go. I got to go. But you know what? I ain't got with nothing that I supposed to say. Right? I got put my chest on my mind. I got express how I see it. I got express how I feel at all times. You play, but hey, you see some of you? I try for stay in character, not for cause, because I got a lot of elderly person that's following me. Yeah, I'm telling you, and out of respect for them, make I don't really want display. But not all the time I'm gonna be diplomatic. I'm gonna tell you though right now. Not all the time I choose this diplomatic road for form your English and form your tongue. There got times you're gonna get the raw me. The raw me. I don't understand how I could sit down in the country and seeing all of this playing out. Right now the ship's still at the bottom of the water, up to now it can't come to the top. The more longer they take for bring the ship up, it's evidence disappearing. Let me tell you. And it's a deliberate plot by the government, bro. A deliberate plot. They are telling you not to bring up the ship. Every day the ship stay in the salt. What is evidence disappearing after that ship? Every single day. My Bainese brothers and sisters, you need to keep up the pressure upon them. Keep the protests up. Keep it up. Look how much called Doggery. One woman come out and claim she sells chocolate and cell phone and get rich overnight. And the government, more or less the president, the head of the state, come out and say he defend your statement. I ain't got no regards to Guyanese people. No regards. Y'all think that y'all can sell we a lie and we can buy it? We've seen it for what it is, but because some of you guys are soup drinkers, y'all drinking off of the table and getting the leftovers, that's good enough for you and your family. The hell with the rest of people.
Yeah.
The hell with the rest of people. With the vast majority of Guyanese that punishing. Now you're coming, now the one on a PR campaign, come and tell people they can build house for old people and people that who got disability. Do what? Do what? We're doing. We see y'all. The writing is on the wall clear as day.
Yeah. We just hear directly from the elder some of the things that he is facing. Right?
Deal with a sanction man any day than thieves. Any day. I can deal with a sanction man because at least when he gave money, give back to the people. He play Robin Hood. When you get you push in your pocket I have friends pocket. To hell with everybody. I talked in my last video about the overpricing with things and look at it. Mommy show it up again. Mr. Mommy show it up again. The roads and them here overpriced. I see who's who getting the contract again. The friends. The friends.
Yeah.
The friends getting the contract again. The friends and them getting the contract again. But yeah, sit down. I see, but let me tell you.
The man make oppression into our industry. We got an industry of oppression over the country, I'm telling you. Because when them level of overpricing going on, it takes away from the opportunity for infrastructural development in other parts of the country. So recently also, we're seeing that one of the major hospitals had blackout. Now, I hope that didn't cause anyone to have to transcend because they were needing aid and there was no electricity to provide it. I hope that didn't happen. What's really going on? What's really going on with you? You understand? What's really going on? What you can got allegedly, because at this point you gotta call it allegedly, because you're hearing that is the fastest growing economy. You're hearing that is one of the wealthiest nations, but a simple thing like solar electricity and generators to make sure that the same hospitals that we're talking about, state-of-art hospitals, the same facilities that we want to create in this model village concept that we're presenting is getting blackout. That makes sense? When we got close affiliations with so many persons from China, and China got one of the best solar setups when it comes down to solar electricity, how come we can't adapt some of the and make sure all of these hospitals and public buildings got that mechanism? So when the light come off, boom, the solar kick in. With all of the sun in Guyana, something is really, really wrong, man. Somebody's benefiting. There's got to be an industry of oppression. What do y'all think? Drop it in the comment section and call it.
A day gonna come, right? And it's coming sooner than later. Very dark day is coming towards us. And all y'all that said I'm gonna be complacent to this crime that is transpiring in the country, then y'all gonna wanna say, get tired. No, there won't be no harm. There won't be no harm. Let me tell you. These people setting generational wealth for them and the family. To hell with anybody else. You think them scraps here getting your table gonna last you for a lifetime? No, it's not gonna last y'all. It's not gonna last y'all. As long as I got life in his body, I tell you, I can continue fighting for my brothers and sisters. I can continue calling a spade a spade. To hell with how you view it and how you feel I supposed to say it. This is your opinion, but I got mine. And I got principles that I live by that govern my life. I can't be at the table eating steak and laps and my friend, my brothers and sisters starving. They don't make no sense. No sense. I wouldn't
even get appetite to eat, bro. It's crazy how, you know, when you think about it.
Vice to the viceless. I can forever call it like it is. A bunch of corruption. A bunch of corruption. Then we got the little team and one day with the drone from Linden that's supposed to be in jail. How are we supposed to respect the law system? They put out a bench arrest, he up to now he can't get jail. But he there right there, the police, everybody, they're right there. The little red team from Linden and nobody touching me. I give me a break, boy. The system corrupt, very corrupt and evil. I cannot support that. What goes to me goes to you. What goes to you goes to me. No double standard. I hate double standard. Hate it with a passion too. If I come by your house and I got on a hat and tell me can't no wait, I respect them because you know I'm there by your house. But don't let nobody walk in with a hot weather there, you know. Because there's the person that I am. I got to ask if he's better than me. He might be in a better financial position than me. But does it make him better than me? No. It doesn't make him better than me.
Man is still a man.
It's just a bunch of crass. The whole slave. The other woman played flaming drone that they're working at the vice president office that's supposed to be in jail. The other woman that they catch with weed. You have to have a house full of weed. Up to now, she can't do a day in jail because the DPP refused to charge her. You have to I got a friend in jail doing 4 years. You know what? They go in the yard and find some weed in a barrel and he keep going to court to tell her last shoot 4 years and the guy going to do the 4 years. And I suppose so be happy with a system like that. They don't.
I'm telling you. And we're going to jump into the headlines coming out of Linden, you know. You can hear directly from the highlighter right here on this line.
Double standard. A double standard. It's a stink. Some could do, some can't do. How am I supposed to respect the law? How am I supposed to respect anything when I see this thing playing out before my eyes, brother? But I want to extradite somebody to the States for go answer for the charge. Who's answering for the Epstein file charge among them white criminals? Raping babies, eating babies, and it's a proven fact. This is not an allegation no longer. Raping babies, eating babies. I tell you, murdering people, all these things, and nobody can answer if it. But I suppose to take my guy and his brother, show you and the boss. Show you and the boss to answer to these same people that been charged, that are found guilty of these crimes. But guess what? Because they're white, no charges coming against them. No charges coming against them. Yeah, I tell you. But I suppose to take my guy and his brother that doing good and helping people with the money out of his own pocket and show you and the boss just to make them feel good. Make them make sense, by. Make them make sense. All because he posed a threat to the government. And he can stop some of these soup drinkers from getting soup. Should he get in there? There's why y'all want to extradite him so bad.
Yeah, because they got an industry of oppression over people. And they want to maintain the functionality of what they got going on. It's crazy when we think about it.
But guess what? I'm for team win all the way. Y'all know I stop. Anybody that I think that them give my guy and his brothers and sisters a better way of life, y'all telling you, got my support. And 100+% too. 100+%. I gonna ride and die with them.
Pick up yourself. Mr. Candace James highlighting some of what's going on the ground right now. You know? Not just with the MV Barima and all of these other very important headlines. There's so many things that when you really try to sit down and suss it out, you say, but wait, man. Is where this country really going if persons continue down this slope? Because this slope has got some surprises like Mr. Chase is about to highlight right here. Because persons step forward, you know. Persons step forward and they were saying this.
The boat was not overloaded by passengers or by cargo. There was no engine problem or any mechanical problem. Even the survivors who made videos from the hospital, they're telling you what happened. And it had nothing to do with overload and boat taken in water. It had to do with the tide. Please be advised that the MV Barima is licensed to carry 284 tons of cargo.
Leaking engine exhaust to overheating machinery, defective cooling equipment, deteriorated batteries, and other repair requirements. Several of the requests were expressly described as urgent and appear to have been forwarded through the Marine Office for action. Here's more. A series of internal records which appear to show concerns over mechanical and electrical defects aboard the MV Barima were repeatedly documented months before the vessel's deadly July disaster have been obtained by HGP Nightly News. The handwritten reports dating from November 2025 through March 2026 identify problems ranging from an out-of-service generator and leaking engine exhaust to overheating machinery, defective cooling equipment, deteriorated batteries, and other repair requirements. Several of the requests were expressly described as urgent. Taken together, the records paint a picture of a vessel for which repeated requests for repairs and replacement equipment were being generated in the months preceding the tragedy. One of the most significant documents is dated November 30, 2025. It describes the number 1 generator aboard the MV Barima as out of service, reportedly because a water pump was not working and needed to be repaired or replaced. The report specifically asks that the defect be treated urgently. The document also carries a notation directing the outstanding generator defect be addressed. Another report from the same date requests attention to the vessel's port main engine heat exchanger or cooler, stating that it was operating at a high temperature. The handwritten document records temperatures of approximately 179 to 203 degrees Fahrenheit and asks that the development be treated urgently. A separate November 30 report called for welders to address a leaking exhaust on the starboard main engine, stating that exhaust gases were leaking into the engine room while the engine was operating.
Wow.
The shore chief engineer's handwritten response on that document also called for the defect to be attended to urgently. Another document describes an electrical incident aboard the vessel while it was alongside the Port Kaituma landing on November 28, 2025. According to that report, the lights on the vessel went out. Checks allegedly found that the connecting wire inside the changeover panel from the shore current to the generator had burnt out, while a connector was described as being completely burnt, making reconnection impossible. The crucial questions are: which defects were repaired, when those repairs were completed, who certified the work, and whether any remained outstanding when the vessel sailed in July. The Guyana government has said that an estimated 179 persons were aboard the MV Barima when it sank. 73 bodies have now been recovered, with 69 of them positively identified. Travis Chase, HGP Nightly News.
Big up to Mr. Chase and the entire HGP TV crew for dropping those insights about what's going on with the MV Barima, right? Listen, with all that we just had a chance to hear, and add that to the other information coming in from the crew, add that to the other information coming in from persons who was on the boat, add that to the information coming in from persons who would have survived, persons who would have had family members that work on the boat, and they were aware of some of them same things were going on. And then we gotta ask ourselves, is it fair that those 3 brothers are in custody right now with 72 counts plus any other new discoveries like Dr. Todd was highlighting? That is the first time he ever heard any kind of charge read in that manner. How could that be fair? And the crazy thing about it is this: we hear in headlines coming in that the captain's brother is afraid to speak out. The captain brother afraid to speak out because he's afraid of victimization, allegedly. That's what Guyana gone to. This is what's circulating right now. This is what's circulating right now. Right? The captain brother's afraid to speak. Telling you, I don't care how big is the big boy friend. You can't victimize me family and I ain't gonna say nothing. Sorry. I guess we can't be friends if I can't call it out. But I would have to say something about what's going on, given that I got a big platform and I could participate on social media and advocate for my brother, I would have had to get something to say about what's going on. You know? But what y'all think about this post right here? Is it really and truly, because it's saying that it's confirmed, but you know how these things just go, right?
So the post is saying, "Hi, Auntie Melly Mel. You know, Cornell Paul is the police boy, the captain for the brother. So Cornell now making a post talking about justice for the 3 men and girls. You know, by the time he could delete it off of Facebook, somebody done sent it to Hicken, and he had to go and meet Hicken. And when he reached Hicken, Hicken is calling him a black dog to another. Plus, he got transferred to the TSU. Please find out from your police source."
I just hope that this is just a rumor. This is one post that I hope is just a rumor, because he's a talented brother, very funny, right? I enjoy some of his videos that he's posts. So to hear that this is happening to one of his loved ones, and because of his affiliation, he can't even say nothing, is real rough, right? Because 72 counts that a lot of persons have been highlighted is a lot of charges for you to find yourself under. But let's hear some of what was shared recently about this same situation.
Correct? Yeah. Remember the guy they locked me up though at the copy situation. I guess my friend, you locked me up. Yeah. I supposed to hate you, you're doing your job as a police officer. Correct? You're upholding the law. If you could arrest your own friend, you're doing the law. I committed a crime, allegedly.
Greetings, you're on to Delta9 Media. Correct? All right. One second, let me just set this audio.
Yeah. Should I hold on be mad at you? Should I say no, me want to be friend with you anymore? No. No, listen to you now.
1 second, I'm a call right back. Let me set up this
right? Audio. I don't know what party you at. I don't know what side you on. No, it's a regular conversation. Not nothing out here. Huh? You hear me? Paul. You don't ask me a question? I don't ask the question. No, I'm trying to say. So, what was
you don't ask me a question, you done with me?
No, I done with you. I finished with you.
Me want to know where I tell me the bad.
No, all right. So, was you ever mad at me because I choose a different party? Have you ever mad at me?
I don't know. Me know none mother bad. Me know you choose. I don't see them thing. I don't mind.
Greetings, you're on Delta9 Media.
Very good, young man. Very good, young man. Very good, young man.
Liars, listeners, my brother. My brother, some Guyanese people understand that this country, Guyana, we living in, is the land of the free and free for all Guyanese. And this country we live in, Guyana, is not a dictator country. We gotta wake up and stop slumbering, bro. Because it shows you all the time, Delta, that this one Guyana portraying is just for their friends, family, and favorite.
Yeah.
And the other two F, and I will tell you on the show. This is what's going on all the time, bro. And Chinese people, we just sit down and allow it. And remember I told you, Delta, when you're listening to all these things, and you're seeing all these things, and the people is not coming out, 200 plus people are not coming out, Guyanese are not coming out to take the streets to demand justice. We living happy. These things we should not do. Don't highlight, my brother. These things we should don't talk about because the people living happy. We happy, bro. And like I said, it's only when it affects you, then you will jump on, but there will be too late, my brother. And that is what's going on all the time in Guyana. Only when your house on fire, then you want to patrol water on your house. That was too late.
Yeah.
A day listening, my brother.
Big up yourself. Thanks for calling in and dropping those insights. Frequent travelers giving us some insightful commentary in this live presentation. What are your views, Delta9 travelers? Who is in the chat right now with us? Patrick, thanks for tuning in and being a part of this live. He's saying that demon Egil. Telling you. Lorraine, pick up yourself, Lorraine. Thanks for being a part of the presentation. Lorraine is saying good night to the Delta9 listeners and audience. Greetings. Navjo, big up yourself. Navjo is one of our frequent travelers plus a loyal supporter of Delta9 Media. Big up yourself, Nav. Thanks for being a part of this presentation. PA is saying ExxonMobil sells 900,000 plus barrels of Guyana's oil every single day. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. And we're still getting blackout at the hospitals where person needs urgent care. And then they might not have access to that care because of that situation with the power outage. And all of that going on in the same country. Makes no sense. Right, big up yourself. Thanks for being a part of the presentation. Let's hear some more from this interview.
Have you ever bothered me?
I don't know. Me know none mother bad. Me know who you choose. I don't see them thing. I don't mind no business with it. I don't know nothing.
Very good young man. Very good young man. Very good young man. I like that. Yeah, like that. All right. But the last question I got. How you feel about that incident with the boat as a person, as a human? How did you feel when that situation occurred?
Feel real bad, bro.
You feel real bad.
Something is over the whole nation, not just one person.
Correct. You feel real bad. All right, big up yourself. Big up. Buddy.
Yeah.
Right? Let me take some calls. Let me take some.
Could it be, or is it just a rumor? Me, for one, I'm hoping that this is not actual the situation. I'm hoping that this is just something that, is making its rounds in social media. Because this is a lot. And I know eventually it's going to affect our brother, because for your brother to be facing all of that, and then you can't say nothing or do nothing up to advocate for them, is a real tough situation to have to deal with, and still be creative enough to come up with funny content to entertain persons and to make them laugh, right? It's a real rough situation when we think about it in Delta9 travelers. What are your views? Drop it in the comment section or call it in as we continue to analyze what's going on in our beautiful nation, because there's so many things, so many headlines for us to get into right here, right now on this live presentation. Now, recently, right? Greetings, we're on to Delta9 Media Line.
Yeah, my brother. I'm the police officer, my brother. And we can do like when the sergeant don't come out and speak up with your brethren and sisters. If we can do that, we're no place. As a soldier man, if you can't speak out to cover yourself and your brethren, there's no place. You understand? And that is what this government is doing, recognizing the police force and the armed force.
Yeah.
And we as police officers need to come out and stand up, bro. Look at all them big officers who were leading the duty as commander for their division and going out to protest. And no one bigger than them is located in their camp. So if something should happen, who are they going to reside to complain? There's no one to complain to. Because the commander out on the road giving instructions. He sees everything what's happening. He knows what's happening. There's no money for things to go. And he don't have to answer to nobody. Because I don't even know if there's a commission of the inquiry. I don't even know that. Because the last commission, the police commission, that they're how much years now. And they're from back 1 year. So I don't even know that a police service commission now.
Serious times.
And look who are these people, bro. Everybody, look at them. Black people again.
Yeah.
All of us, black people.
Yeah.
It's like someone comment on president riding, president choosing where to go. Where to go and ride. Huh? That black people could see and hug me up. Oh God, Mr. President, you're looking good. Now you riding in that area. Yeah? Why don't you ride with 100 bicycles and give them youth in the community bicycles so that they could ride with you too? You're promoting a healthy lifestyle.
Real thing. Real thing. Yeah, man, I like that. I like that idea. Say it again. They might hear and do it.
And you want to lose weight. Yeah?
Yeah.
On your bicycle in the same community they're riding with.
And give way. Yeah.
And tell them, no, this is a gift for your school. Just be careful.
Yeah.
You know? Precaution.
Yeah, man, and be healthy. Be healthy like the president. So that I like that focus, right? I can say it one more time.
Only Mohammed Huda will hear something different to brother. And these things we're looking at. I have to hear that a government minister or government somebody give a house to a citizen, or give a chance to a citizen, or a shop for a citizen. All the years these people say they're just hungry for wealth and just digging out their enemies, bro. And the funniest thing is just all the guys dying leave these things.
Yeah. Nobody gets out of life alive. Yeah, you don't get out of life alive. I never hear nobody get out of life alive.
That's why I'm saying to the president, I don't care who is the president, bro. But once the president allowing the small man to eat comfortable, wear comfortable, security-wise is very thing, the public servant is living happy. I don't think we tell them how much years one the people are doing the right thing. Comfortable.
Yeah, that's a powerful point. Thanks for calling in and dropping those insights. Yeah. Big up yourself. There's a real powerful point you just sung right there. As long as you're doing the right thing, persons don't got a problem because every country needs a government, right? Every country needs a president. Do the right thing by the people them. Recently, there was a protest at Watuka House, and this went down. It's directly connected to some of the hurdles that the highlighter is facing right now, because we're hearing that they cut the lights from the highlighter. Could it be because he was calling out certain persons and he was out and about making his stance in this protest? We analyze it, you know. And then we're going to hear from the Honorable Attorney General as he decodes the right to protest. Let me hear this.
Unleash the best version of yourself with every goddess. Say goodbye to limitations and say hello to a better, stronger, healthier you.
Feet on soil, Guyana, roots in my veins.
Best sound equipment, sure. Loyal, sure supporter. And since my engineering days to now, you know, let's hear some more what the highlighter is highlighting about some of the things that he got for face, and we try to see if, well, not if, because how come all of a sudden this is going on with the highlighter?
Pleasant good afternoon to you guys. Pleasant good afternoon. Oh boy. Well, the reasons for me coming here again is because still Linden and getting no light. No. According to calculation, these people blaming this blackout on those sawmills, right? All right. Now, they're blaming the blackout on the sawmill, and they're saying that the sawmill are pulling too much current. And according to the meeting that they had today, those sawmills that function in this town of Linden, they are being advised to operate at a specific or a particular time, which is 10 o'clock in the night to 6 o'clock in the morning. You know, let's take this call. Hi, good afternoon. All right, good. Yeah. Hear the laugh now. Those sawmills was instructed to operate 10 in the night to 6 in the mornings. Now, you all know that sawmill work is a day work. Sawmill work is day work. Reasons, you gotta look at safety. Now a few sawmill people made contact with me and they said that they're gonna protest it because it is not fair to them for start working in the night at 10 and you gotta finish 6 in the morning. So I personally don't agree with it. I don't agree with it. I don't agree with it. Number one, night is for sleep. Nighttime is for sleep. Daytime is to work. And I feel that in the nights, people are pulling more current in the nights than the day. Now, the close of those sawmills since yesterday, we got no sawmill functioning because they had to attend a meeting this morning. Yeah, those sawmills had to attend a meeting this morning, and they was advised to do whatever they want to do in the nights from 10 o'clock to 6 in the morning. Now, who on earth will own a sawmill and only wants to function in the nights? Sawmill work is not a night work thing unless you got some overtime. A majority of the time you see these guys will be working in the night is because maybe they got a special order and they got to finish the order. So they got at least about 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock in the night and they close off. Watch, I tell you these people know exactly what they're doing. It's two things they want to do. It's rather they want to put the sawmill men them under pressure because here what I'm saying, no sawmill are working right now and we getting steady blackout still. So tell me is what causing the problem. You know what I feel? And I tell y'all, this on me. Here what I feel. I feel the both side company, they're not giving
Barney saying, big up yourself, Barney. Thanks for being a part of this live presentation. Greetings, Delta9 greetings, Delta family. No disrespect or bad intentions. Right now, the people in Guyana are doing good. Why? Because in other nations, when people need changes, they storm the street in protest. All right. Big up yourself. Bernie, what y'all think about what Bernie had to say right there? What are your views about that piece of commentary? Saying people in GT, that people in Guyana good, because nobody out in the street protesting in large numbers like persons usually do. Are Lindeners being purposely victimized with repeated blackout? Political victimization, both sides, and great issues. Greetings, you're on to Delta9 Media.
Yeah, I'm a Delta brother. I like that comment that report you made.
Barney?
And that is what I told you from the initial state when I speak, sir. I told you we are going to be happy, everything nice. That is what I told you, son. Because you know why? The president comfortable because there is no stopping in the street. There is no stopping of work. There is no stopping of transportation. There is no stopping of nothing. Just now, people are going to start the version and the stadium is going to be filled Guyana is a growing economy, so everything just growing, my brother. And this why TV highlighting certain things, saying certain things, and it can able to throw back and doing nothing, bro. That's to show you that we are happy, not anybody free. We just taking this thing. Look how now people saying to get so much hundreds of people and start on in front of that we call it by police station, the cannon. Yeah, start the protest right there. You know where the cannon is from, the cannon over the road is there.
Which cannon?
The cannon, man, by the police there on the glaring.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, over the road. Go past the road. Yeah, there's where we have to start our protest, brother.
Yeah.
You understand? Hundreds of we, couple hundred girls, until Delta, we coming out and do nothing. We happy, bro. We happy. Just like the point was saying. Chinese people happy, bro. Not bugging me. I dare listening.
Yeah, man. Big up yourself. And thanks for calling in. Persons the same persons. All right. This is what a leader, well, the Attorney General was highlighting about protests in Guyana.
Visit these trite matters. So no doubt, the constitution of our country and the constitutions of most countries, if not all, guarantees as a fundamental human right.
Big up yourself, Bantu King. Thanks for being a part of the live.
The right to protest peacefully, the right to assemble, etc. Let me read what the Guyana Constitution says. Except with his or her own consent, no person, this is Article 147 of our Constitution, except with his or her own consent, no person shall be hindered in the enjoyment of his or her freedom of assembly, association, and freedom to demonstrate peacefully. That is to say, his or her right to assemble freely, to demonstrate peacefully, and to associate with others, and in particular, to form and belong to political parties, trade unions, etc. So you have a right to protest. You have a right to assemble. But you must understand that the persons who are attending those meetings also have a right to assemble. And they are exercising that right to assemble when they attend those meetings. You have a right to protest and to do so peacefully. But in the exercise of your right to protest, you can't interfere with the other people's right to assemble, to attend the meetings. They have an equal right like yours. And therefore, when you demonstrate and you protest,
residents,
prevent those people,
it does appear from the looks of things that
are affecting them.
We're going to have to take evasive action pretty soon.
Those meetings with your loud noise.
Protesters and police are tugging at each other to open the gate. The protesters have clearly outmanned the police. The gates are pushed down from the Watuka guest house. The protesters are barging their way into the compound led by opposition leader Azruddin Mohammed. This is the scene unfolding right now here at the Watuka guest house. They have
interfering with their rights. It's not you alone have rights. These rights have to coexist. I must be allowed to go to my meeting while you must be allowed to protest. You can't protest to stop me or interfere with me while I'm attending my meeting or while I'm going to attend my meeting. Transpose that to what happened in Linden at the Vice President's meeting. The leader of the opposition and many members of parliament from the APNU broke down the barrier in their attempts to stop persons from meeting or in their attempt to disrupt the Vice President's meeting. The Vice President had hundreds of people in there. Those people have a right to be there, just like how you have a right to be outside and to be protesting. Your right to protest does not include or extend to affecting those people's right to have their meeting with the Vice President if they wish to do so. And the Constitution says that. It says this: nothing contained in or done under any authority of any law shall be held to be inconsistent with or in contravention of this article to the extent that the law in question makes provision. And I'm going to skip and go straight to the one that I want to deal with. It's got a whole set of things here. That there's a law that makes provision that is reasonably required for the purpose of protecting.
I don't think very ashamed, you know. For a man like me, when you know much, you understand? So see this man with all the great knowledge and the talk like a song. The song like a complete genie. You understand me, brother?
Let me say this. Let me say this quick before you move on. Yeah.
Well, nearly overturned in your vehicle. When you nearly overturned that vehicle, yeah?
If you got
that protector,
yeah,
we went in to the protocol and stand the meeting the stranger of the post of we call it post them book, them things, them magazine. That's the famous post of a magazine. Yeah? These people are just one-sided, bro. And they say one thing, you know. Now, where do these people break down the barriers? These people just move the barrier across. Where does that, if that barrier was broke down, the police officer, it was blocked. Have you understand?
Yeah. If it's a public gathering, what there is not part of the public?
No, what you see is that the opposition leader is in front. And mind you, the opposition leader is not even hold the barrier, though.
The opposition leader is a part of the public, too.
Yeah, but he did not even hold the barrier.
Yeah.
But they just want to get at the opposition leader to say, well, he leads children, and so he should be disciplined. But when Ali bombing on top coming vehicle and want to overturn it, he wasn't a vegan, he wasn't a straight, he wasn't a These people they have selective memories.
Yeah.
And selective judicial. Because he is only looking in the book when he's going to give it people. But when it's for them, he don't look in the book. And they listen, brother.
Big up yourself. Yeah. Playing a game. But guess what? If it's so much of a situation where Greetings, you're on to Delta9 Media Live.
Greetings. If he's talking about peaceful protest, what about the people that was peacefully protesting for Adriana's Young situation? And they were arrested and possibly still in jail right now. There were some people that was just going home from work and were arrested.
Yeah. And this is one of the same persons who would have read out the new additions to the law, right? And all of these other things, if we were to analyze it in a real way. You see what I'm saying? Did we hear some of what the highlighter was highlighting about some of the persons who chose not to assemble on request?
Our Ario, our beloved Ario, take it off for their own to suspend or knock off those SIP workers. Now, y'all think them thing is right?
Could never be right.
Now, here Hartman said to those persons, which is this morning is Monday morning, right? No, yesterday morning or next Monday. Sorry, yesterday was Monday. Sorry. Monday that come in, he gonna choose who he want back on the team, on the SIP team. Who give those persons the power for knock off? Right? People, who gave them the power? Busy Willie? Harris? Who give Dr. Harris and Mr. Hartman the power to dismiss those people? Watch. I always know Mr. Harris is a cockroach.
If you got the right to assemble, then you got the right to not assemble at your choice. That's what the leader, well, I keep saying that. That's what the Attorney General is highlighting right here.
Freedoms of other people. So they're saying that nothing done under a law that is intended to protect the rights or freedoms of other people, nothing done under that law will contravene that constitutional right that you have. So when there is a law that says that you can't have unlawful assembly, you can't be protesting violently. The Constitution talks about peaceful protest. Peaceful protest can't be wanting to beat another MP and calling him pussy and house slave. That is not peaceful protesting and breaking down a barrier. And
hold on.
Under the Criminal Law Offences Act.
Wasn't 007 the one that was calling Dr. Campbell the P word? It was he that was calling Dr. Campbell the so now you saying, so then you got to address 007 because 007 is the one that was out there so calling people though. And as soon as you call any grown man though, you're gonna have problems. Especially if you're right there and you're confronting him, they're telling him though. Nobody just stand and take that just like that. In most situations, that's gonna cause an altercation. If you look at another big man, if you say, hey, you're a pussy, what do you think is gonna happen? It's gonna have problems. So we gotta analyze this thing, you know. It's not one-sided kind of affair because I ain't got the snippet right here, but I think I remember 007 was the one calling Dr. Campbell that. If y'all remember something different, drop it in the comment section or call it in. But that's what I remember.
That is called disorderly behavior. public riotous conduct, unlawful assembly. All of those are laws for which you can be arrested because they were made for the purpose of protecting the rights or freedoms of other people. That is why those laws were made. So that you can't carry out an unlawful conduct, a disorderly conduct, an unlawful assembly. You can't behave in a riotous
Greetings,
manner.
you're on to Delta9 Media Live.
Offenses for which you can be charged.
Greetings, you're on to Delta9 Media Live.
Yes, good evening. You know my black brothers and sisters in Guyana.
Yeah.
First thing first, Flash is responsible for what he said, not how you guys interpret.
Yeah, man, big up yourself, Elder. Thanks for tuning in.
You know, my grandmother always teach me something when I was a little boy. It's an easy way to show God than for tie rope in neck. And she explained to me what it means. Let me move on. I believe you should ask your parents and grandparents what those words mean. It's an easy way to show God than for tie rope in neck. No. I like what one of the caller coordinator said. No. I read it on the stuff there. They said Guyanese people is living good. Well, I would use the word them is living well.
Yeah.
Because what's happening in Guyana, and they're not going outside and protest and put fire and smoke up in the air. From the report come right down and stop the oil for floating because the oil boss said they don't make back their money. But if they finish making back their money, billions of dollars, give them 8 hour surgery, but black people is still punishing. Not like the young man said, well, if a male or female said, Guyana, I step on that. Guyana people living lovely. Oh, yes. We don't stop lying for the people in the government. They're living lovely. But I read the next commentary with Mohammed. Talking something about pensioner. I want to know if only now Mohammed know the pensioner them need more money. It's only now. But let me talk about that same guy too before we go off your life.
Yeah.
That guy from Mackenzie always running him out. I said the reason why they're not getting no light because God is saying over and over for a new program and my program in the morning. Something terrible coming for the Mackenzie people because of what they did September 1st. How are you going to get light when you vote for brains? Brains would not give you light. Money going to give you light. If the Mackenzie people will only vote for money, meaning if they vote for Mr. Arby Martin and that young lady, Miss Fernandez,
yeah.
They would get light today. And they would not suck in salt. And when people would not drink salt water and die, majority of them, because them is the one who using mostly the river top. Let me repeat what the man said. I love that sister. That East Kenya, I will address her as an East Kenyan powerful sister.
So let me ask you this quick flash. Sorry to cut you, Elder, right? But let me ask you this quick question. So you love Random more than a Mansa? Or equally?
What? Love who? Amanda Eve.
Honorable Mansa, Walton Desir.
For you, not to stop because she knew she cannot win Abinatu. She knew she cannot win Jagyo. Why you must take away vote from somebody who gets already sent an 80% vote? Why are you doing that nonsense? Nobody knows that young lady until PNC, one of PNC, David Quinter, give her and establish her as MC for 5 years. What Eve did to God and Adam, she did the same thing to Adam, not as a stranger. My way, I'm a people. I'm a Amanda got a cup of water. Don't ask that garden. Ask the person in front of Josh Garden and the guy got Josh Garden. Look up there. That's what you did. These people have talked in and what person was going. Person not going anyway. Until the American bastard that they took us to look. Boys, I am that man. Resign and come back with it later on. We're not waiting the press and the fight that Belgium must go. The same thing will happen if Belgium go. Is the government has to go. And the only way the government will go with fire up in the hill from airport come right down. Stop business. Bring the business people into the fight. They keep saying it over and over and over. You have to bring your business people into the fight. Let me go. And then one thing before we go.
Yeah.
My OG, American OG, my friend guy now, God what you get. He said, Flash, he said he believes that when they had a fight with England and Japan, America was busy making America making money. And the British was losing the battle. You know what I'm doing? He said, then pass over and drop a bomb at Pearl Harbor. And America said, what? Up and down. And the war stopped. That's what I always said. Chinese, are you going to bring the British people into the fight? If I don't do that, I don't continue to substance what the Bible said. Are you black people, the foolishness are you did? But you, the Kenyan man, fool are you? Man, are you substance? And it does not black people, not just people start talking stars.
Telling you.
And Marina people drink salt water and die because of man. Let's see a program again.
Big up yourself, Elder. Thanks for calling in and for sharing those insights with us. Greetings. Rugwinat, what's going on?
This morning, couldn't get on.
This morning? I know.
Yeah, maybe the car.
My apologies, man. Sometimes if you see at the end the studio with the black background, sometimes the signal just give me a little issue in that particular studio. So my apologies if I didn't get a call this morning. You could still give me the commentary now if you still had something you wanted to say from then, you know.
Yeah, I want to take a chance to talk about the baby this morning, but I'm gonna call back next day. I'm gonna call back next day.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Anything else you wanted? Okay, yeah. My bad thing. Thanks for calling in nonetheless. Sometimes I don't know what's going on with this phone also. Just now Dion was telling me he was trying to call too and I didn't see the phone ringing. I don't know, sometimes these devices has got a mind of their own. You see what G. Prasad is saying? Contradicting himself. This is the hypocrisy of the Attorney General. Now I'm asking the moderator to play that snippet right there. That might be the video with him calling Dr. Campbell out in the same way that the AG was highlighting right there, just so we could get it in the record if it's here.
The rest of them go to Good Hope and protest. Why did they go to Good Hope and protest? Why did they go to Monrepo and protest? Why did they go to Enmore and protest? Ask yourself these things, my brothers and sisters, my Afro brothers and sisters, black people. Ask yourself this question. Why they choose the only village on the East Coast that had a model village native by the president that is predominantly Afro-Guyanese and protest? They want to stop it. They want to block it up. They don't want nothing good to come to black people. And people are questioning, James Bond, how you left these people? How you left them? Why? Am I stupid? Am I stupid? I spent how much years studying? You feel like I could follow some jackasses, brother? You think I run behind these people, buddy? And it look.
Hello? Call you there? Seems like we're getting a little weak signal. This person calling all the way from the 592. It's saying connecting, connecting, connecting. So I'm guessing this person got a little signal issue because it's saying connecting. So give us a call back, 592. Seems like his signal is a bit weak. Give us a shout back.
When you interfere with people's meetings, those people's right to associate. And that is what politicians do. They mislead people. You hardly ever see the politicians getting arrested. They go behind the barrier, but they put the ordinary people in front. That is what they do. I am a politician. From 2015 to 2020, I protested many times, many places. The president, the vice president, and the entire leadership of the People's Progressive Party were in the protest lines almost weekly on different issues. For 5 years, I don't think any one of us was arrested or we were accused of misbehavior. There was one incident, I believe, at the Pegasus. When someone attempted to drive a car at us. But outside of that singular incident, for 5 years we protested. And we never had, first of all, we had permission to hold the march or the protest. We got permission from the protest. Look at that's what the law requires. Look at what went on at these meetings. You know, there is a case where, let me read this for the purpose of you who are listening. I know a lot of people like law. This is what R.H. Locke said in a case of Frank Hope against New Guyana Company Limited. Many of you may know this case. New Guyana Company Limited is when Frank Hope, the Minister of Trade, banned newsprints from Guyana so that the Mirror newspaper couldn't publish. And we took them to court. The PPP took the matter to court. And this is the judgment. And this is what R.H. Locke at the Court of Appeal said. Freedom uncontrolled will sooner or later result in anarchy or totalitarianism, leading to its overthrow, and will be but a denial of true freedom which our ancestors had striven for, and which now stands affirmed in the Constitution by the sovereign people of Guyana in its collective capacity.
I'm telling you, insights coming from the Attorney General just recently in his presentation, Issues in the News.
From the Venezuelans at our border in the Cayuni River. I'm here with Shamar Calder, Lance Corporal, the Guyana Defense Force, young man, 23 years of age, who survived. He came under hostile gunfire from the Venezuelans at our border in the Cayuni River. He was shot by an LMG rifle, 7.62 ammo, in his right thigh, and also 2 rounds hit his magazines that were in his bulletproof vest. Lucky thing that they hit those magazines, or else you would have been a dead man today, sir. So you gotta thank Almighty God. At least you can sit here. I know it's hard with your permanent disability because he cannot stand on both of his feet presently for too long. He's a father of three handsome little boys, twin, 1 year old, and 3 years of age.
Congratulations to him.
Now, a lot of promises were made to Mr. Shamar. And none of the promises were fulfilled. Mr. Shamar reached out to me so that we can have a conversation. He said, because I advised him, based on this full-blown dictatorship we are living under with this administration, that, you know, it's possible they will terminate your service. He said he doesn't care. Said he does not care if they terminate his service because he's already working for a pittance of $130,000, $140,000 a month, protecting our borders, protecting Essequibo, protecting our territorial integrity and our sovereignty. And this is the way our men and women in uniform are being treated. Can you believe what is more surprisingly, 2 days before our independence, he was shot. Not a single government official visited him.
Greetings, you're on to Delta9 Media Land.
Yes, sir. I have one question. Now, when Aaron Mandela used the word one insult deepening all over them, you know, they remind me of when the ICE people are using, weaponizing people's vehicles, saying people's vehicles want to run over them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, and that's...
And Mandela just sit there like a gun, like a spray face. He smoked too much unwanted thing, bro. Not just cigarettes alone. He smoked too much unwanted things. Till he gets his dosage. Now, just to show you Delta, look at the condition this man living in. No proper house. And serving in the military, yeah?
I'm putting his life on the line and he got 3 youths, bro. Oh.
This government is safe and no family just here and Venezuela ready to come to the border. So we stand as one day, you know. When you only time after 1 day, you know, when Venezuela ready to cross the border. This is the only time. Oh, everybody must sing one day, we want and no blade of grass and this and that, and Guyana, don't worry. That's the only time we refer to the army to the family and come as one. And this, all the public servants, all our military, all our police service, men and women, the fire service, everybody joint service, everybody is living under poverty, bro. And I told you already, until everybody comes out and put down the uniform, it's just the government is just awakening, bro. Or else there's nothing happening, all of us living happy and they're listening.
Telling you. It's a dark reality. When you got to risk your life, suffering injuries, because that means that you were injured in the line of duty. You're supposed to be celebrated. You're supposed to get, you know, certain things awarded to you for that valor. But these are some of the things that our military men are highlighting, and it's sad, buddy.
Not a single government official visited him. That is why in the police force and the GDF, we are heavily understaffed presently. because you put your life at risk. Now, if this man, if my brother, Mr. Shamar, if unfortunately he was a dead man, what would have happened with his family, his children today? No compensation, nothing extra he received. He cannot do his side hustle. Normally, most of our men and women in uniform would do a side hustle, even our teachers, to make ends meet. He cannot work. He cannot do his construction work. So how will this man survive? How will he provide for his family? So, Mr. Shamar, what are some of the promises made to you by your superiors?
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Well, after I was discharged from the Georgetown Public Hospital, I was visited. I was discharged and was sent to Guyana Medical Center to stay there for couple days, but I actually stayed for 2, just for them to check on me and see how I'm doing and how I'm going to respond to everything. Well, the Chief of Defense Staff came and visit me, and
Mr. Omar Khan.
Yes, sir. And his words was, "You don't want soldiers or anyone to feel that the only way they could get things is to be injured on the job. Then they could get a house or something."
So therefore he's trying to say that they will present you with a house.
Yes, sir, that's how I get it.
Okay.
So he proceeded to outside and go on his cell phone. And when he came back, he gave me the cell phone and told me that the president is on the line and would like to speak to me. And in my thoughts, I saying to myself that, what sense this make? How you could want to talk to me through phone call when I get shoot? This is totally disrespectful to me. But I didn't say it out loud. I just keep it in thoughts. And I collect the phone and I said, "Hello, sir. Good afternoon. Good morning." And his words was, good day, Mr. Calder. I want you to know that we appreciate everything that our soldiers be doing, soldiers in uniform, male and female, and especially ones on border that's be serving our country. And I couldn't get to tell you anything because the line keep breaking up and reconnecting. Eventually the phone cut off. I give back the chief of staff the phone and told him the phone cut off. He went outside and I don't know if he called back the man, but he went outside and he was speaking on the phone. He came back inside and sat down and tell me, stretch out my hands, I have something for you. When he proceeded to put a medal inside my hands, I called the kind that had that mark on it, awareness, adaptability, and defense. He said that is the Chief of Staff medal and is the highest medal of honor you could get. I said, "Okay, sir, thank you." But he proceeded to say something else, but I can't really remember as well, by Salan. But he ended up going away. And the rest of officers, them who follow behind me, shake my hands and tell me get well soon. And thanks for my service. And they go through back the door. And from then, a couple minutes or after, Mr. Major called me up and tell me you have to get my housing acknowledgement letter. I said, "Sir, I'm going to tell my wife and let she bring it to you the next day." He said, "Okay." So which I indeed called my wife the same day and I tell her.
Is this letter here?
Yeah, this is the same letter.
As Mr. Calder applied for his turnkey home since in 2024.
So my wife can take it, and while I telling she must carry it, I tell she must carry them twins birth certificate and photocopy it and staple it to the acknowledgement letter. Because my eldest son, he already on top the acknowledgement letter inside the system. So she carry it and photocopy it, then keep the original one, and they photocopy the board paper and give she back the original one. So from that onward, I asked my son manager if he gave back any word about the thing, who going on with the house, who going on with it. He kept telling me that I'm waiting for housing conform the house before I could get it. I said, okay, sir. Okay. Then I end up getting so fed up because there's one thing I hear now time. I asked a one-on-one talk with the Chief of Defense Staff. I asked Mr. Major, and he said he got related to my OC, and my OC got related to the XO, and then the XO got related to like a chain is got up. Said all right. And after I finished do the surgery, which was this Sunday, not last week Sunday, the Sunday before, I went in do my surgery to remove the warhead out of my foot, out my leg, my right leg. Now it just nothing was so bad, more than when the bullet went in.
So you can stand on your own for like how long?
Well, not so long, but it's been what I could walk from here and go there.
I'd walk from here to the door. Let me see, please. That's okay. So the back was where the bullet enter?
Yeah, so it enter through here and end up till up here.
The warhead?
Yeah, so this a part of the X-ray show that it there. And they end up doing the surgery and take it out from here, so which I received 8 stitches.
Oh my.
And kind of in this part.
Well, this is a message for men and women in uniform. Just imagine you're serving our country in line of duty. If you are shot, let's just say if you die, what will happen to your family? Because if you were shot on the 24th of May, nothing extra they gave you, just promises, and months pass. This is ridiculous. While the president is riding around his scene, this is the...
Yeah, you riding around on bicycle and greeting people and playing a game. And you got military persons. You telling you, bro. Greetings, you're on to Delta9 Media.
This is Linden, this is my problem.
Bro.
So no, this is Guyana. This is what Guyana got for you. And the international seeing these things, the ABC countries are seeing these things, our Caribbean sisters, they see these things, bro. Look at the man treat them as a dog, putting them in hands. Not in the president at night that is going to spin around and marry on that service man body.
Telling you.
That is gross disrespect. And I'm not all of these men in uniform still get on the uniform. Go over the class of uniform, the rest of the day on that way.
Seemingly that's what the brother is saying. No, you had enough. You take it. Because
exactly, bro. Because you're barely working for 100 and something thousand. I'm going to be NIS and think that somehow, if I'm 90,000 or 110,000, you get home. You got to pay rent. And where you living is not in the far area you live in.
Yeah.
The transportation don't feel any money. Because at him, bro. This man is saying, shut up, man. He didn't even get his dignity just to pin them there on the man, bro. He just said, oh, shut up, man. He put a 3 million for this man and he's mine.
They should have given you a couple million. Just
yeah, and you know, mine. He went to his shut up, man. And he put a 3-4 million and
he should have gotten, yeah, he should have gotten compensated anything 10 million the least. You understand? Because he has 3 children. You understand? And then you could see he's gonna have that limp for a little while until he's finished with therapy and all them things. He should have been compensated. He's a young man.
And look at the mansion our ministers living in. Look at the land, the president gets and farming.
Yeah.
And we got reality. This time he saw the numbers open the eyes and see.
Well, if they don't open the eyes,
people ain't going over.
If they want close,
we just run it at their eyes and people may say,
if they want close the eye and eat cake, then there's gonna be the situation.
Imagine the president went and served thing at the army and feeding them men.
Yeah.
And them men don't need to get a white put his thing in them. The president put his thing in them. How shameful is that? Some clown sit down there the president push his thing in them.
Tell you.
We are going to need them more for Lord. We happy them though.
Tell you. Are Lindeners being purposely victimized with repeated blackouts that the highlighter was just highlighting about? Some persons are saying 82% of the persons participating in the poll is saying yes, it's political victimization. 18% is saying no. Both sides and grid issues is the cause for the blackouts going on in Linden. What are your views, Delta9 travelers? The poll question is still up, and we are definitely live with you right now, analyzing all of these details about what's going on. Who's in the chat right now with us? Big up yourself, Nav Joe. Anil is not the AG for Guyanese people. He is the AG for the PPP. Telling you. How many shots of booze did Anil have before he go on camera? I tell you. How free is speech under the PPP government? That's a powerful question. A powerful question right there, Bantu King. Because we see that anytime you play a game, like if you even shake the opposition leader hand, you ain't even got to say nothing. You just got to use body language and show that you are somehow connecting with anything that is going against the government. And your goose cook. It's crazy. 13 priceless ones. Big up yourself. Thanks for being a part of this live presentation. Shell, thanks for tuning in. Anil trying to intimidate people. Telling you. Big up to all the travelers live right now with us in the chat. Let's jump into some more of these details. Coming in from our brother that was shot at the border defending the country, you know. We don't forget that this is what the brother was doing, you know. He was at the border defending the country. Venezuelan border. Right?
Hey.
Big up to the brother for his service. And then definitely one person that's saying, buddy, they should have done way more for you. Way more for you. That can't be right. Would have put in you through right there. I wonder if for some reason they might get some picture or some reason to victimize you in this way, because how could other servicemen see their own brother being treated like this and they ain't doing or saying nothing about it, knowing that they could be in the same situation, the very same situation.
Hardships, or public servants, or men and women in uniform. This is the hardships they gotta face. Putting your lives at risk daily. So I'm really sorry what you're facing. I hope that you can walk back as normal. Because I don't want you to live with a permanent disability. That means how can you do an extra job? How can you survive? And you're not getting any word from your superiors within the GDF. They're not meeting with you to let you know the steps forward. So I understand how you're feeling presently. You're distraught, you're terrified. You don't know what is the next step for you.
Yeah.
And you really want your own home.
Yes, sir. I would really like my own one so I could put my family in and be comfortable.
And where you living now? This is whose home?
My fiance, sisters.
That's a serious situation right there. Brother got 4 mouths plus you and 5 mouths to feed and 1 leg. Injured on the job while defending the country's borders, one of the wealthiest nations in the world. And look at how he's being treated. Some of these things are so crazy, I don't even understand why these things are happening. Why is these things happening? Like, why are they doing this to the servicemen at a time like now, when we're supposed to be doing general recruiting and trying to get as many young persons into the military, because you think that Venezuelan threat and other threats are going to go away when you got all of this wealth? You got to have a strong military. So you're treating the military personnel like that, you know? And if we're to analyze it, and that's why I like this powerful point that was highlighted by MP McDonald and her panel recently when she was talking about everything going on with the youths. Let's jump into some of these details right here, right now on Delta9 Media. Greetings, we're on to Delta9 Media.
You say our oil-rich country is booming and we support to get a strong border. No, but if you got it wrong, we support to get strong roads and highways and streets in our modern initiative. You understand?
Yeah.
That is what the president wanted. He don't want no strong border. No, man. And mind you, just not local government election, that's what the president is on the ground meeting people. That's why our community is getting a bright statement. Just promising when their statement is going to start. And mind you, Delta, why didn't you start this initiative in our town, our capital city? And then outskirts it to other villages?
Yeah. Powerful point. That's a good question.
Because the president right around himself and he said, oh, down here 30, down here 116. Hello, just a few months. And then he writes back the same place and see that it's been done. And look how wrong was that.
Yeah.
So everything they're doing is just for a camera off, you know? There's nothing serious to this.
And a dream about a village and a dream about a market.
And what he has been doing and what he has done to the people in Guyana.
Powerful point.
What relief have he been giving to them? 58 people is struggling. 52% is subject poverty. And you telling me that Guyana is booming?
That part right there. Thanks for
It's
calling
only
in.
human for the PPP and the colleagues.
Yeah.
It's family and favorite. And the other two echo 130 now, we can handle them and they are going to with it. So now again, the Guyanese people who coming out by the hundreds of thousands and take the street and put the government back where they belong.
Yeah.
In the opposition benches, Guyanese people are very well up on the road and reaching for being life. We're happy. Nothing funny. You stick out, Carlo. You stick out. Look what happened to you. Your friends, nothing about me. We have life.
Thanks for calling in. As we analyze what's going on with the youths, remember the youths are the future.
The youths, I'm pretty much concerned, especially, with the actions of this government in relation to the youths in Guyana. They say that they are trying to cultivate an environment whereby our youths are being developed. And I don't see this. I am pretty much concerned again, because when you look at the environment that this government is trying to cultivate, it is one of dictatorship. It is one that if the youths of Guyana shares a different vision as compared to them, they will be ostracized, one from development, and also they can be crippled economically, which is something that we continue to see every single day across Guyana. We see a government that boasts about young people going into business, but then they are not going to come and say that, hey, a lot of young people would go into business today, but in the next 5 days or 6 days, they would close shop. Why is this? Why are these things, occurring or taking place in Guyana? But these happens because we have a government that does not prioritize development. It prioritizes, again, it prioritizes dictatorship. It prioritizes, if you are not in line with what the PPPC is about, you would not be able to survive. So again, it is not a very good environment for young people. So I am I am very much concerned about what is taking place. And this is not just in business. This is also in education and every other sector too as well.
What's going on for the youths?
You want to leave with the members of the public today?
Thank you, Sherrod. So before I ask what I am of the view is one of the most critical questions, I just want to take the liberty of commending the young people out here for standing up. I was just making the point on another platform that internationally, it's usually the students, the university students, who take the charge of a revolution. And we're at that place where we absolutely need a revolution in this country. One of the most critical questions I want to ask, and I want to ask the president, I want to ask Minister Ejil, I want to ask all of the government ministers. If one of your children was on that boat, would there have been any question of floating that boat? I don't think there would have been any question of floating that boat.
I feel you on that one.
If every other person wanted that boat to remain at the bottom of the sea, the mere fact of one of their children being being on that boat, it would have been floated.
That's the point that a lot of people are making as it relates to what's going on with the MV Barima. Almost 30 days now, almost 30 days, and they got raised that boat 50 feet. 30 days and they can raise a boat 50 feet, buddy. With so many persons on it, so much information for the same commission of inquiry. 3 persons being held in custody, facing 72 counts each. And almost 30 days, right? This is True Thursdays. So we definitely got to take the flight to a different altitude and expose or decode some of these esoteric truths that we might sometimes not be aware of. Because this is Delta9 Media. This is how we love to present. We like to make sure that we bring the information that is potent and timely. Now, in a couple of months, we're going to be getting into the Christmas celebrations, you know, things like this. You know, it's little days, you know, it's a special time when Mrs. Claus got come out, right? To give me the gift them days, the little days. As we about to decode what's going on with Christmas, it's even I is caught up in the Christmas thing, at least little days, not now possible. But yeah, Mrs. Claus with a big, big beard. I tell you, it's really the silly season. But as we analyze what's really going on with the silly season, it's True Thursdays. Let's hear this insightful presentation about jolly old St. Nicholas.
Pope Nicholas V. He's the one that wrote the papal bull to enslave all black people. That was him right there. He instituted the transatlantic slave trade. Now give me Santa Claus. They call Santa Claus Center Claus on the right. Their Santa Claus is Pope Nicholas V. That's Saint Nick, jolly Saint Nick. Now, there were two Saint Nicks, one in Russia who gave gifts on Hanukkah, but not that one. It's the other one, Pope Nicholas V. That's what this is in honor of. So see how there's Santa Claus, or Santa Claus wears red, gold, and white. He wears the Pope's hat. Okay?
Yeah.
Give me the next image. Now, you may ask yourself, okay, that's Pope Nicholas V, Saint Nick in the center. But who are these two black people on the side? Remember, Pope Nicholas V instituted the transatlantic slave trade. One of the first places they started to conquer was Spain and Portugal, the Iberian Peninsula, where the Moors, the word Moor is Latin, meaning blacks. They conquered our people in Spain and Portugal and enslaved us. That's why Pope Nicholas V, Saint Nick, has Santa's helpers. The helpers is a euphemism or a nice way of saying slaves. This is Pope Nicholas V.
Jolly old St. Nicholas. When you think, can't get any crazier. You really got to analyze the things that is presented to you as reality and culture. Remember, persons is only going to cultivate or give you a culture if it's to be harvested. And very soon, there's going to have the Christmas harvest. It's going to start soon. Anytime after September 15th and them times, they're done bringing out everything for Christmas and all of them things. But there's some of the history coming in about Christmas. I think about the True Thursdays right here on Delta9 Media. We took the flight to a whole different altitude very abruptly. I hope that some persons were able to connect with that message right there. You know, big up to all of those who are live with us right now, all the moderators, everybody who took some time out to call in, everyone who dropped insightful commentary in the comment section. The flight has landed right here on Delta9 Media. I want to say big up to everybody that took a couple of seconds. If you haven't already, thumbs up the live, no man. Thumbs up the live and send it out in the algorithm to every person that would need to be updated with all of these important and trending headlines. Leona, thanks for being a part of this live presentation. Right? Nav Joe, 13 priceless ones. Shell. Ronald, thanks for tuning in. Frequent travelers are in the live and in the chat. I'm telling you, the chat was very busy today. We got a lot going on. Let we go. Thanks for tuning in. So many persons, so many new travelers, frequent travelers with us. Rugrenat, thanks for calling in. My bad with missing the calls, bro. I don't know what's going on with this phone sometimes. Hopefully you call in and give us those insights I thought you was going to share with us today. Big up to all the travelers that are live with us, everybody that's going to catch this in the rewind in the future. Thanks for tuning in to this live presentation as we leave you with a salute as usual. And listen, I'll catch you in a live presentation tomorrow. Now, I might not do an evening live tomorrow, and I'm trying to figure out if I should do the morning live on Fridays that early in the morning. What y'all think? Should we go the usual time or do a live probably midday or a little going on into the evening? I'm gonna analyze it, but more than likely, I'm definitely gonna do a live presentation tomorrow. Look out for the notifications. I'm definitely gonna send it out. But for now, it's gonna be set for 8 a.m. the usual time. If anything changes, I'll definitely put up a notification so persons will know what's going on. One love to all the travelers once again. I'll catch you in the next live presentation, or look out for the pre-recorded videos. Thanks for spending some time with us here on Delta.
100% wild-crafted CMOS. Only the best, because you deserve nothing less. 8 Butterfly.